Fans, we are here in Riyadh. Spencer Fearon, you made an appearance for the big one. What a card this is. We've had a bit of movements in this card this week, but talk to me. How are you? How's things?
I'm really good. May I say a massive thank you to Spencer Brown of Gold Star. I was in Jamaica. He phones me up and says, Spence, you're coming to the fight. You know what I mean? Flew me from Jamaica to Saudi, so I'm here. And I'm so looking forward to tomorrow's card. It's a really, really good card. Excellent card.
Let's talk about the movement that happened yesterday. Obviously, Daniel Dubois falling ill. There were certain names that were pulled out. Lawrence Bakole, David Adelaide. Eventually, comes over to the boogeyman. Martin Bakole gets the pick. And what a fight and what a replacement that is. Just talk to me about that.
There is no better way to fight Martin Bakole because he is the king of the Hunism club. And if you were going to fight him, you want something drastically in your favour. And he's got something drastically in his favour. But Mike Bakole is a serious guy. Even when people say, but he's fat, he's coming late, he always comes to fight. And it's intriguing because it's a what-if factor. What if he turns up? But in that, we can't take nothing away from Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker's been absolutely incredible. Simply the fact Joseph Parker's a proper fighter. Seems like, I can lose a couple. Don't worry about it. I'm going to brush myself. I'm going to come back and I'm going to regroup. Do you know what I mean? And that is not just a story of boxing, it's a story of life, and that's what he's done.
Changing styles in regards to what Dubois would possess and what Martin Bakole possesses. What's going in the mind of Joseph Parker and the team right now with a change so quick that they can't even make any adjustments?
No, they can't make any adjustments, but what you got to remember is this. What they're dealing with now is like, if you're dealing with Daniel Dubois, you're dealing with explosive power and how to nullify that explosive power. With Martin Bakole, he's more calculated. He knows how to gauge range really well because he throws that little softness of the jabs, right? And then he's in range, and then he whips them down to the body. He's got very, very good punch combination. He's got fluidity in his punches. He's got a better fluidity in his punches than Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois' punches are more stiff, more hurtful, like boom, 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 boom. Like that kind of, like my guy puts them together really well. He's got good fluidity. So it's going to be interesting how they come out and they do this stuff, man. It's going to be, you know what I mean? Regardless of people thinking he's going to be overweight and blah, you're dealing with a Congolese man who's a fighting man who relishes the fact that he wants an opportunity. And he knew that if an opportunity was going to come, it's going to come something like this, right? And he's being financially rewarded greatly, but it's the fact that he can now go out and make a statement. And if it goes really well for him and he wins, he's going to be laughing. And if it doesn't, as long as he puts in a good performance, he's still won.
I want to ask you, the only loss to Martin Bakole's record is Michael Hunter. Do you feel like Michael Hunter, Joseph Parker, they possess certain characteristics?
Kind of, but the thing about it is this, is like the old Joseph Parker was similar to the Michael Hunter that beat Bakole, right? Because now Parker's a different kind of guy. He's more grounded, more seasoned. He sits down on his punches a lot more now. Do you know what I mean? But he's a very, very good thinking fighter. This fight that's a good fight. It's a great fight.
Artur Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol, the main event, what a fight, man. The first time around, they produced and more. Yeah. They had people split. When I talked to some people, they had it towards Artur Beterbiev. Some people had it towards Dimitri Bivol. This time around, Spencer, how do you see it playing out?
Do you know what? It would not surprise me if Bivol was to outpoint him, but I think we're going to get a more smarter Artur Beterbiev in a rematch, simply because he was coming back from injury in the last fight, right? I'm not making an excuse for him, but it was well documented, right? When we did the tour a few months ago with him for the Al Madina 313 and Market and Fuel, right? Roy Jones sat down with Beterbiev and he was saying, on the point is this, we want to see Arthur do Arthur. And what Arthur does, he sticks it on guys. So that's what I'm looking for him to stick it on him. It's still going to be a good fight because Bivol's really intelligent, man. Really, really intelligent. But I would like to see Arthur come out victorious. You know what I mean? Whether he does, I don't know. But I can't say with conviction that he does. But I believe he could pull this one off.
Carlos Adamez versus Hamza Shiras. Soft fight for Hamza. A lot of people saying it's the easy of the two champions, but the other one was Janabek.
It's a hard fight, but I've got Hamza coming out victorious because of the style of how he fights how he puts his punches together. Hamza Shiras, I believe, is a real deal. Hamza Shiras, to me, is very reminiscent of Oscar De La Hoya, how he puts his combinations together. And I think Hamza Shiras is going to come out victorious in this fight. You know what I mean? It's not easy, but I can see him winning on stoppage by about 6-7 rounds.
What the fight, apart from the top two, excites you the most? This card's fantastic.
Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith, simply because Joshua Buatsi been a pro now. He's been a pro for 8 years, right? And we're waiting for him to have this breakout fight. Now, even though Callum Smith isn't the fighter of 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, he's still a damn good fighter. And the only 2 losses on his record is Beterbiev and Canelo. There's no shame in that, right? And on both of those times, he didn't punk himself out. This is a great fight. I'm looking forward to see how the fight pans out. But we do need Joshua Buatsi to come out victorious, because Anti-Yard is kissed and made up now with Frank Warren, which is the best thing I've ever heard this year. And then we can see that fight, because we do need to see that fight.
It's just good news all around when I saw Anti-Yard and Chindan everyone make up. One thing I want to talk to you about outside this card before I let you go. Right. Chris Eubank Sr.'s come out, talked about the fight between Junior and Conor, and said, listen, he's going to boycott it for certain reasons. Did you still understand what's going on with Senior and why he's doing it?
I understand why Senior is. And let me just pick up Dan Morley. Yeah, you see this kid here, Dan Morley? He's the freaking guy. No, I'm bigging him up. Anyway, but I'm telling you this now, right? I'm keeping this thing real, yeah? Chris Eubank Senior has every right to have the feelings that he's got, right? About his son being in a fight, about the weights and all the rest of it, yeah? But end of the day, I'm just keeping this thing totally 100, that he has to do and feel that he's going to do the best for his son. That's his son that he's dealing with, yeah? Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's his son. But I don't think the fight's going to be boycotted. I think the fight's going to go ahead.
Cool. Spencer, listen, I know you've got a bit of a queue right now. I've started a bit of a queue, so I do apologise.
Yeah, that's right.
You look like you've enjoyed yourself out in Jamaica, by the way. You're looking comfortable?
I'm looking comfortable. I've actually put on a stone and a half. I'm grateful that I put a stone and a half on. You know what I mean? I know that God's got me, and I'm just going to keep on pushing forward, bro.
Spencer Fearon, always a pleasure seeing you. Good seeing you out in Riyadh, my man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.